Performing Hajj, the Islamic pilgrimage to Mecca, is a sacred and significant journey for Muslims around the world. In this video, we are going to help you with detailed guide on how to perform Hajj. Watch the video till the end for very important tips.
Beginning
of Hajj. Ihram. Before entering the state of Ihram, make the intention for Hajj and recite the Talbiyah.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
Prepare the Ihram garments. The Ihram consists of two white, seamless cloths, one to cover the upper body and another to wrap around the lower body. Ensure that you have the proper size and length of cloth for comfort and modesty. Perform ablution. Before wearing the Ihram, perform ablution to cleanse yourself as you would for prayer. Remember, while in the state of Ihram, certain actions and restrictions apply, such as refraining from cutting hair or nails, using perfumes, engaging in marital relations, and hunting. Arrival in Mecca. Enter the state of Ihram before reaching the designated boundary known as the Miqat. Perform 2 units of voluntary prayer Tahiyyat al-Masjid upon entering the sacred mosque. Proceed to the Kaaba and, if possible, touch or kiss the black stone Hijri Aswad. Tawaf. Begin at the black stone. Start the Tawaf by circumambulating the Kaaba in a counterclockwise direction. Perform Tawaf with 7 circuits, keeping the Kaaba on your left side. During Tawaf, recite supplications, make personal prayers, and glorify Allah. Sa'i. After completing Tawaf, proceed to perform Sa'i. Sa'i involves walking between the hills of Safa and Marwa, following the path of Hajar, wife of Prophet Ibrahim. Start from Safa and end at Marwa. Perform 7 rounds of Sa'i, making supplications and remembering the story of Hajar and her son, Prophet Ismail. Stay in Mina. Depart for Mina, a temporary residence for Hajj pilgrims, after completing Sa'i. Spend the day and night in Mina, engaging in prayers, recitation of the Quran, and reflection. On the 8th of Dhul Hijjah, proceed to Arafat. Arafat. Reach Arafat before noon on the 9th of Dhul Hijjah. Stay in Arafat until sunset, standing and supplicating to Allah. Engage in prayers, seek forgiveness, make personal supplications, and reflect on the purpose of Hajj. The sermon, khutbah delivered by the Imam, is an essential part of the Arafat experience. Muzdalifah. After sunset, leave Arafat for Muzdalifah. Collect pebbles for the stoning ritual known as Rami, to be performed in the coming days. Spend the night in Muzdalifah, offering prayers and making supplications. Stoning of the pillars, Rami. Return to Mina before sunrise. Perform the symbolic stoning of the largest pillar known as Jamrath al-Aqaba. Stoning of the pillars is done on the 10th, 11th, and 12th days of Dhul Hijjah, after the noon door prayer until sunset. Pilgrims can choose to stone the pillars on all 3 days or on any 1 or 2 of the days. Stand facing the pillar, raise your right hand, and say Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest, and throw 7 small stones, 1 at a time, at the pillar. As you stone the pillar, supplicate and seek Allah's forgiveness. After stoning the first pillar, move to the middle pillar, and repeat the same process of stoning with 7 stones. Then proceed to the smallest pillar, and stone it in the same manner. Remember, the stoning of the pillars symbolizes the rejection of Satan's temptations and reaffirms one's commitment to obedience to Allah. It is essential to perform this ritual with sincerity, humility, and focus on the spiritual significance of Hajj. Sacrifice, Qurbani. The sacrifice is an important ritual performed during the Hajj pilgrimage. The sacrifice takes place on the 10th day of the Islamic month of Dhul Hijjah, which is known as the day of Eid al-Adha. This day marks the culmination of the Hajj pilgrimage. After stoning the pillars, perform the ritual of animal sacrifice. Qurbani, sacrifice an animal, typically a sheep, goat, cow or camel. Following the guidelines and regulations set by the local authorities, the meat of the sacrificed animal is distributed to the needy and shared among the pilgrims. It is essential to perform the sacrifice with a sincere intention, seeking the pleasure of Allah and following the example of Prophet Ibrahim. The act of sacrifice is not merely the physical act of slaughtering an animal but also a demonstration of faith, gratitude, and sharing with others. Shaving or trimming of hair. After the sacrifice, men have to either shave their heads completely, halq, or trim a portion of their hair, toxio. Women are required to trim a small portion of their hair. Tawaf Al-Ifadah. Return to the sacred mosque in Mecca to perform Tawaf Al-Ifadah. Perform Tawaf Al-Ifadah, which is similar to the initial Tawaf, but with the intention of completing one's Hajj obligations. After Tawaf, perform Sa'i again between Safa and Marwa, known as Sa'i of Hajj. Return to Mina. Returning to Mina is an important part of the Hajj pilgrimage. After completing the Tawaf Al-Ifadah, also known as Tawaf Al-Ziyarah, pilgrims proceed to Mina to spend the nights of the 11th, 12th, and 13th of Dhul Hijjah. One of the significant rituals performed in Mina is the stoning of the Jamarat stone pillars representing Satan. Pilgrims stone the largest pillar, known as Jamarat al-Kaaba, on the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, and then proceed to stone all three pillars on the 11th and 12th of Dhul Hijjah. After spending the nights in Mina, pilgrims typically leave Mina on the morning of the 13th of Dhul Hijjah to proceed to other important Hajj rites, such as the farewell Tawaf in Mecca or the visit to the Prophet's mosque in Medina, depending on their specific Hajj package and itinerary. Farewell Tawaf, Tawaf al-Wida. Before leaving Mecca, perform the farewell Tawaf, Tawaf al-Wida. It is recommended to bid farewell to the Kaaba with this final Tawaf, as it symbolizes the end of the Hajj pilgrimage. Departure from Mecca. Once all the rituals are completed, pilgrims can leave Mecca. It is customary to pray and seek forgiveness before departing, expressing gratitude for the opportunity to perform Hajj. It's crucial to follow the guidance of local authorities, Hajj organizers, and adhere to any rules and regulations established for the safety and well-being of all pilgrims. We are now at the end of this video, so let's talk about the important tips as we mentioned earlier. Recite the Talbiyah repeatedly throughout the Hajj. Familiarize yourself with the specific rituals and steps of Hajj based on the school of thought you follow and consult with knowledgeable individuals or scholars. Stay hydrated and take necessary precautions to ensure your health and well-being during the physically demanding pilgrimage. Observe patience, tolerance, and respect towards fellow pilgrims from diverse backgrounds. Make sincere supplications and seek forgiveness while reflecting on the spiritual significance of the journey. Like and share the video and comment down below to encourage us to make more videos for you. Please make sure to subscribe for more such videos.